Hi guys and welcome to this week's video. My name's Shay if you're new here, and this is part 2 of the organisation prep. So I'll link part 1 up above if you haven't seen it, but part 1 was basically where I was measuring the spaces that I wanted to reorganise and having a look at some of the products to buy. So I've bought some of these things, I'll show you what I got in a minute, but we're basically just going to put it all in place today. So essentially this is what I've got. I've got 2 of those metal shelves for the bathroom. I bought 2 drawer organizers. I don't know if I'll need both, but they're basically for my underwear drawer. I've got this for the pantry. I bought 2 stackable shelves. I only got 2 so that we can see what they look like first, just because I'm not sure how they'll work, but we're going to try them out. And then also this shelf for the pantry as well. So let's start putting these things away. Alright guys, so we're in my pantry. I'm sorry if it's a bit echoey in here, but I got 2 of these shelves. So this is the shelves that they are. Yeah, they're stackable on top of each other. My idea was to eventually put them here on these shelves, but I wasn't sure how well they'll work. So I got 2 and I thought we'll put them here, because they do stick out a bit, which when I measured, I thought they would fit. So I don't know what I did there, but they stick out a little bit, which is not ideal. I don't know where I went wrong with my measurements. Maybe their width and depth were backwards, because it looks like when they say depth, they've gone with like the 29 centimeters, which is I think how wide it is, and then the width, they've gone the width this way because it's the longer angle, which I don't know, I didn't figure it out in the store, so it just means that they don't really fit on the shelf here, which is really actually annoying. I can move them so that they're on this side, I suppose. Let me just move my work bag out of the way. I can move that across. And then, I don't know if you can see, they fit with heaps of room over this side. But it's not really where I wanted to put it, because this is my recycling. Like, there's nothing gross necessarily in here, like it is just old food packaging, but I don't really want it there. It's so annoying, and it would defeat the purpose in that corner. So I don't know, that's really annoying. I didn't really notice that until like right now. But yeah, I'm thinking that was the measurement I was looking for, because it fits perfectly that way, but then it really defeats the purpose of the shelving, like how it's set up. It's so frustrating. I suppose I could put them on this shelf here, like this way, but again, I don't think it'll fit stacked, maybe, I don't know. All right, let's stack them and see. This is a bit of a flop. That's a bit, it's a bit frustrating. I suppose I could try them elsewhere. But stacked, they fit really well. Except it sticks out so much. Damn. Okay. I'm glad I only bought 2. I can return them. I've still got the receipt, but I don't know, that's so annoying. We'll hang on to these and see if I can use them elsewhere, otherwise I'll just return them. I don't know why when I measured them, I didn't think about the depth and width, how they would have had it. Because it's a rectangle, it's not a square. Like I didn't click that the depth was the shorter measurement. I don't know, that to me is just not depth. Like width is sideways and depth is lengthways. To me anyway, I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong and that's fine. But yeah, I don't know, I didn't click, so that one's not gonna work. But I still have this shelf here. This is basically, I was gonna put my sugar, tea and coffee stuff underneath. And then I wanted to buy syrups because I do want to start making my own. I mean, I do make my own iced coffee at home, but I wanted to make it a little bit more how I would buy it, like with the syrups and stuff, just so that I'm less likely to want to buy it. This is not the most like solid thing, but I'm not going to stack it up with hundreds of syrups. I basically just want to get like a sugar syrup and a caramel syrup, and maybe I'll store the actual coffee on here as well. I don't know, but we can put this away at least. All right, so before I take the tag off, I'm just going to make sure I have actually measured properly for this as well, because we're off to a not great start, which is frustrating. But essentially, it fits perfect. Awesome. And then that's easy enough to just slide out and slide back in. Cool. All right, awesome. One success. If it's a little bit too heavy, it's gonna fold down a bit, but I don't think it'll be too bad. I don't think the syrups would weigh too much, and I'm not gonna stack on like cups or plates or anything like that, so not the most structurally sound thing if you're looking for your own styling products to put something heavy on. Oh, sorry about that sound. I don't know if you can see. It's not very strong, but it will definitely work for the purpose of what I need it for. And then I can rejig all of this if I need to. I feel like with the cord lengths, it basically won't go any other way but this way. Sorry, that sound is actually really gross. But this is essentially where it's all gonna stay. So I can grab my scoop from here, my coffee, and then I can have my syrups up the top. And then it is hitting those when I push on it, but I don't really care. I guess it just makes it a little bit more stable when they've got syrups, and if I want to pump the syrup, just stopping it from like breaking or anything like that. But good enough for now, and I'm okay with that, so we can take the tag off. This I think was only $5. I'll try and put all the products up so that there's got the prices and the measurements, so you know we don't have a repeat of what my issue is. But yeah, pretty simple. And then we'll just get some syrups when I actually do some grocery shopping. All right, let's head into the bathroom. Alright guys, so we're in my ensuite at the moment. I have the 2 mesh drawers, so I've bought both of those to sort of do under here. So these are actually fairly solid. They're quite easy to slide on. They do secure, there's little rails underneath here with sort of like a little ball on the bottom of the shelf, so you can see that ball. So it secures on quite well, even as I try to do this one-handed and make things really awkward. There we go. Go on. All right, two-handed maybe. So these are fairly solid. If you care, I don't particularly care, but if you do, I do notice some of the white isn't always the best. It's a little bit chipped off, but Honestly, it's really not that big a deal to me. As long as they're functional and they slide well, that's all I'm really looking for. But this is what we're going to be working with. All right, guys, so this is the before. These two are sort of what I'm focusing on mainly because they are my sort of everyday things that I reach for. And it's kind of just getting annoying being dumped in there. But yes, this is the before. All right, guys, I'm sorry if the angle's not the best, but I'm really working with minimal space here. These are sort of the two things I want to focus on the most. This is like my everyday stuff, like sunscreen, toothpaste, you know, hairbrush, whatever. This is sort of like less likely. It's more like my hair ties, band-aids, tampons, things like that. So this is sort of like what I really wanted to fix. Not that it's a huge deal, but so I have to go rummaging in the morning, and so I thought it might be easier if I could sort of spread it out and fix it up so it's a lot more easier to reach for. So I hope you can sort of see. I might bring this one out of the way, and then we can bring this drawer over. Let me see if I can figure out a better angle for you guys. Alright guys, so I hope you can see. I'm going to try and put all of these into here so it makes sense for me throughout the day. So the sunscreen is sort of like not as necessary all the time, and neither are these spare perfumes. So what I reach for on the daily is deodorant. Ooh. Might have to lay some stuff down, but that's okay. Dry shampoo, not so much. This is like a spare toothpaste, so it can go up the back. This is also not necessary. Perfume. Spare deodorant. Okay, so these things are not daily. This is a spare. This is also a spare. And these are spares. So what I might do is we'll lay the sunscreen, the toothpaste. Alright, so these are the daily things that I always grab for in here. So I can pull out, grab what I need and go. This is less necessary, so I'm going to put like the spare stuff in here, spare toothpaste, spare deodorant and dry shampoo, and all the other bits and pieces. So now I have a spare container here that's got like so much of my hair in it. Story of my life. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort through the second box because I reckon I can put some of that stuff in here and then spread out the rest as well. Excuse my big buff head. Alright, so this is the other box we've got. This also has stuff that's a little bit more, not needed every single day, but I use it a little bit more on the regular. I can't wait to see it today. Alright guys, so I've pulled out the last two boxes from that top shelf and I might rejig this. So I'm just gonna play around with some of those and some of the other shelves, which you can't really see, but the shelves are here. Because I'm thinking these are mostly, this box here is all hair stuff. So it's like hairsprays, some hair ties, hair clips, heatless, curler stuff. I don't think they'll fit in the drawers, which is okay. But I might put the stuff that does fit in the drawers, and then we'll put all of these sort of things together. So all the hair stuff is actually together, and then we'll work on these ones again. So I'm going to put all the hair stuff together and that in the other ones because I don't necessarily need them to be accessible with this stuff. And then we'll rejig this one. So let me just time lapse through that. Well, maybe not time lapse, but speed through that and have a play around and see if I can get these into this one first, and then we'll work on what I want in the most used everyday drawer.
I just love it when you call me Kate. It don't matter what we're doing. Nowhere I'd rather be, so time just races by. You're my high, there is never enough time. So effortless, don't got to try. Oh, you are homie and you're all my hey, relax, lay back, yeah. Right where we need to be, right on track now. Ain't a thing you like, baby. Your loving keeps giving, it's endless, transcendent, all that.
Alright, so it's actually a perfect fit, which is cool. You can slide it in and out. Yeah, awesome. Alright, so I've got the other two, which I'm just going to sit back in this side. And then I'm going to separate this one out. So this one, I've got my extra containers here. This is all just like nail stuff. So I've got like press-on nails in there as well as like actual gel polish. So I'm gonna separate these into two. I'm gonna empty this bin out. That's really gross, sorry. All right, so I'm just gonna put all the press-on nail stuff in this one. As well as like my files and things. And then I'm just going to keep like my actual gel polishes and everything in together. But that's it for those, and then I'm actually pretty much done. So this is the after, just spread out my nail stuff. This is all hair stuff here. This is like just random bits and pieces. Makeup, I've got travel bags up the back, face steamer, and then the new drawers.
Whiskey, how I like my coffee, yeah. I love how you trace the curves of my body. Sunday morning lay upon to me.
What I ended up doing is I just kept the refills and the actual cleaning products in here, and then all of my extra stuff we put in this cupboard. I just put the extras up the back here so it's there when I need it, but it's not where I sort of it's in the way or anything like that, so it's easy for me to just pull out when I need it. Otherwise, this is the end result. So we've got one more cupboard to organize, or drawer I should say, so let's go organize that now. All right, so I'm just going to pull everything out. And this is the drawer dividers, oh, the glare, sorry. They're just Kmart, everything's Kmart. So I think they just sort of snap together. I don't know if you can see. Yes, you can. It actually just fits in perfectly. I didn't measure these, so I'm glad that they fit. Do we do opposite? Is that how they hook in? They might not fit since you've got to hook them in this way. Alright, so I think what you do is you just do the opposites. Alright, I figured it out. I probably should have just looked at the box. So I think you just make little shelves and then the ends are even. And then it still fits in perfectly that way.
Live in the moment in life, there's no guarantee. Relax, laid back, yeah. Right where we need to be.
Alright, so that's a near perfect fit. So let's just start filling everything in.
Ain't a thing you like, baby. Your loving keeps giving, it's endless, transcendent, all that.
Alright, there's a few holes left and there's some stuff down the side which you kind of can't see, but that is that drawer done. The last little bit, I'm just at my vanity and I'm just going to pack my gym stuff and get that ready for tomorrow.
Relax, laid back, yeah. Right what we need.
And then that's my gym stuff ready to go. So I'm going to pop this in the car as well as my jacket for tomorrow. And then I just need my work bag, which I leave out because then it reminds me to grab my lunch. And then I've only got one last thing I want to organize, which is the linen closet. So let's go do that now. All right, so this is sort of what we're working with to start with. Behind the door is just keepsake stuff, so we're not worrying about that. I've got these which are a little bit more solid, so we're just going to swap it for some of these baskets that are overflowing with like doonas and stuff and see how I figure it out. Alright guys, so I'm sorry about the echo and I'm also sorry if it's not the best angles, but it is a tiny closet, so there's not much I can do. I mean, actually it's pretty big for what it is, but I have these 4 plastic containers that I essentially want to swap out some of the bigger blankets for, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know. I just know that these aren't very solid, so that they don't really hold their shape very well. So the blankets kind of are dysmorphing. That's not what I meant. Disfiguring. Bending the baskets out of shape. So we're essentially just going to swap the blanket baskets for the plastic ones.
It's too big, right on track. Ain't a thing you like, baby. Your loving keeps giving, it's endless, transcendent, it's fearless, persistent, it's selfless, consistent. Leaves me breathless, your fantasy, it's patient.
So the battery died. I'm not sure how far I got with the actual battery working, so I pretty much organized everything. So I'll just give you a quick tour and a quick look. So this is the finished result.
Really infatuated, running out of ways to explain it. La 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 la. All that.
So that's it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed the organization. Obviously, a lot of it was already pre-organized, which, like I said in part 1, it wasn't because my house is unorganized, it's just that I want better organization now that I've been here for a while. So hopefully anyway you enjoyed it, and feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all the things below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.
You know,